it is Sunday, March 21st. And let me grab some cards and we'll see what the topic of the morning is. First card out is Courage. Grab these other cards over here real quick. Losing my belt. Need to put some more. There we go. All righty, Rooty. Courage. Let's see what the other two are. What are you doing, monkeys? Surrender and ancestors. Okay. Okay, so where do we go with this? Courage, surrender, ancestors. Okay, well, all of us come from, different backgrounds, and, sometimes we just have to surrender to whatever the past was with our ancestors. We can't change it. We can only go forward and surrender. We could try to want to fight it, but it's not going to change history, no matter how painful it is. And I think that so many people have ancestors that came out of difficult situations, whether it was the march, or whether it was that you had ancestors that come out of Holocaust, or whatever it is. Or you have ancestors in the past that came to America because they were being persecuted in their country. And so many people that came to this country, the ancestors had been persecuted, and so they left to make a better life here. So it doesn't matter, what the history is. We just have to make sure that it doesn't get repeated again. Okay, we learn from it, and yes, we want to honor, the ancestors that went through that. Okay, but we can't run around, and I see a lot of people that run around with a chip on their shoulder. I encountered this the other day. Somebody said that I said something against Israel, which I didn't. I read on Netanyahu. He's a corrupt politician, okay? So because I said something about Netanyahu, they said that I said something against Israel, so now I'm a tattooed Nazi piece of crap, and they weren't going to watch me anymore. Okay, well, because one of their parents had gone through the Holocaust. Well, I'm glad they made it through the Holocaust, okay? But for them to run around with a big chip on their shoulder that nobody can say anything about the state of Israel or anything is, just going to make your life miserable. Or if you have, it doesn't matter if you have a chip on your shoulder because your relatives were slaves or because they had been abused in their home country, or they had to go through horrendous things, especially Native American community, just, ethnic cleansing, no matter where it's at, and so many people have ancestors that have gone through that, and it's a horrible time in history on the planet. And that's not happened only in this country. Like you said, you had Hitler with Nazis, and it wasn't only during that time, it wasn't only just Jewish population that they were putting in these camps and killing. It was also gays, lesbians, and gypsies as well. I think a lot of people don't know about that the gypsies were also targeted within that horrible time. Okay, so we need to come out of that. We need to have courage to go forward. Surrender the history. History is gone. You can't continue to carry a big chip on your shoulder and get upset because something is said, and it's not meant as a put down or something like that, but people will take it to be something other than it is, and then they cut off their nose to spite their face. So in order for everyone to go forward, we need to learn from history, but get the chip off the shoulder, having knee-jerk reactions to something that, affected ancestors, didn't affect you directly, okay? So it's time just for us to move forward. Okay, that's the whole thing. Yeah, it's not fun to reflect on those types of things. We don't want to know that any ancestors suffered, okay? But the fact is they did. And if we don't surrender, we won't have transformation. Now see the butterflies? Surrender. We have to let go of these. We have to move forward. Yes, continue. Absolutely honor your ancestors, and what they've given you, that the things that the ancestors have brought, okay? We need to honor those things. Don't lose those things, okay? But we have to recognize we cannot change the past. All we can do is make it better to go forward and learn from the ignorance of people that had done these horrible things. And, there are people that still continue to do it. We have these hate groups uprising, and we need to learn from the past and get rid of these hate groups that are out there. That, we've got Asian Americans being spit on and everything now. Again, we have to see that people are people. We are all the same underneath, and this, trying to vilify one to raise up another is ridiculous, is stupidity, okay? So we need to get out of this and, again, go forward and to be better people for this planet. And hopefully, things begin to turn around. People begin to get, a little wiser, a little, but yeah, history. There are a lot of horrible things in history. And this has been from, long time. Okay, long time. And again, we can't change the past, but we can change the future. But in order to change the future, we have to let go of having these big chip on the shoulder and, having knee-jerk reactions to something that cannot be changed in the past. Okay. Yes, and I understand that people want to grieve for their ancestors, for the things they went through, but it's not helping them, it's not helping you, it's not helping anyone else when one stays with, again, a big chip on your shoulder because of something that's happened in past, and wanting to make people responsible now for something that happened in the past that they have, nothing to do with. We can't, we can't change it. We can't go back. We can't, no matter what has taken place. Okay, no matter what has taken place. So yeah, I'm going to leave this here, but again, it's time to surrender. If you've got a big chip on your shoulder about something that's happened to ancestors in the past, ask why. Ask yourself why, because it's not going to help your mental health. It's not going to help the old situation. It's not going to aid anyone in going, forward. And we need to come out of that. We need to come out of that and keep going forward in a better way, in a better direction. So I'm going to leave this here. Much love and light. Hopefully nobody's gotten offended with this and they can see where this is coming from. But again, no matter what our past is, whether it's something we personally have experienced or our ancestors have experienced, we cannot change the past. We can only let go of it. Or if you let the past, again, this is a re-victimization. You're victimizing yourself by something that happened in history. Okay? So don't victimize yourself or victimize those around you because of something that happened in history that we cannot go back and change. Okay? All we can do is to learn from it. Don't let their sacrifice be unworthy. Learn from it, and let's go forward to make things better, okay, for future generations, so things like this don't happen again. Okay, so love and light. See you online. Thank you for tuning in. For those just visiting the channel, if you've enjoyed this, please feel free to subscribe. For those that come back and are part of my tribe, it's so wonderful to have you here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love and light to everyone. Please continue to mask up, stay safe out there, and we'll see you online.